I believe I was born obsessed with horses. I'm fascinated by everything about them. As a little kid, I would ride the family boxer, and rather than playing dolls, I played with model horses and built barn complexes. My first horses were off-track thoroughbreds, which I trained for jumping and steeplechasing events. Well, since horse training wasn't exactly a career choice for a nice Jewish girl from the big city, and I wanted a job that would support my horses and me, I joined the Army in 1974 and became a nurse. While I was stationed there, I got involved with walking horses and got my first walking horse, and I was amazed at their beauty, their disposition, and their gaits. I never dreamed that a career in gaited horses would be more profitable than nursing, but it has worked out that way. When I left the Army and I returned to California, I was blessed with Go Boys Windwalker, who proved to be an excellent example of the Tennessee walking horse breed. He was a heritage horse, and he was a very successful exclusive plantation horse, which means that he'd never been padded or trained with any kind of weights or shoes. He was a wonderful lesson horse for children and first-time riders, a fearless trail horse, and would do any task asked of him willingly. He was a once-in-a-lifetime horse for me. Get a little choked up. I lost him 2 years ago. But his foals carry on many of his traits: conformation, gait, disposition, and temperament. His successes brought in clients, so I began training flat-shod horses and retraining performance Tennessee walking horse coals for shows and for pleasure riding. Did a lot of showing, breed shows, FOS shows, regional shows, state fairs. We breed Tennessee walking horse heritage and outcross horses. We've sold them all across the United States, and the one on top, Backdraft, he went to Luxembourg, and the mare on the bottom just went to Belgium in December. We do a lot of field trial training. We train horses for field trial judges, dog handlers, scout and planting horses, as well as gallery riders. It takes a certain disposition and heart for a horse to be a good field trial horse. We train a lot for trail. Most of our clients enjoy recreational, competitive, endurance, and extreme trail challenges. We do a lot of training for large game hunting. The bay horse on the right side is an ex-big lick performance horse who loves his job as a pack horse and as a riding horse. The horse on the right is a little walking horse. We train for a lot of pleasure riding. Most of these horses are heritage horses that I'm showing you. The little mare on the far left is an very successful ex-flat-shod show mare, and you can't really see, but it's buffalo that she's herding down in Utah. It takes a special mind to carry a young gal like that around chasing buffalo. I like to go to expos, and we do it to promote the gaited horses. We do breed demonstrations, gaited drill team. This is a photo of our Spanish gaited horse drill team, Pasafinos, and they have 2 Peruvians in there. We also do gait seminars and anything in general to try to promote the walking horse. I'm in Idaho. We don't have a lot of walking horses, so it's very important. There's a large market for them there. I train this little walking horse for equine-assisted therapy. Mostly developmentally challenged people, emotionally challenged people, and we've just recently been approved by the Boise Veterans Administration, and we hope to be able to extend these services to the wounded warriors in our area. We do a lot of education clinics. Most of my clinics are one-on-one, so we can best work with the team for the horse and the rider. Gait seminars, achieving gait and recognizing gait, and of course riding lessons. In this photo, I'm teaching this older gentleman with an ex-padded performance horse to lower his head and learn how to use his body and get into a better frame to achieve gait. A lot of gait repair. A lot of gait repair. These 2 horses are the same horse in both slides. The one on the left you can see is hollow, doing a pace. By the next day, after the horse learned to relax and get into a better frame and gain his rhythm, on the top right is the same horse doing a nice running walk. On the bottom left picture is another little walking mare. The rider was trying to get the horse a little too round and get a little too collected, and you can see she's trying to do a foxtrot there. When he relaxed and was able to change the posture of both himself and the horse, we get a nice running walk out of it. Horses' cognitive learning is amazing. They're able to remember and learn their entire lives. And horses have perception as well as feeling, comparison, and memory. They therefore have judgment and recall, and they therefore have intelligence. As I said, we do a lot of retraining of performance horses, and we get a lot of culls out west. Again, supply and demand. So a lot of horses are brought out from the east to the west, and most of them are sold as trail horses, but they're really quite ill-prepared for the demands of an all-around country or pleasure horse or a using horse. The performance horse is trained, in my opinion, with culturally accepted techniques, which can be very difficult for the horse to overcome. Conformation, ability, disposition, and gait dictate our choices. So we need to customize our choices when we're selecting these horses in order to have them to have a useful life. Trust must be established in order to allow the horse to relax and learn. And in order to achieve a relaxed horse, we must teach the horse and allow him to trust us again and to utilize humane training methods. This process can be a long and difficult one to accomplish. This has been my journey and career with gaited horses, and I'm certain that many of you have also had similar journeys. FOSH has the Journey program that recognizes individual journeys and accomplishments in equine education. The FOSH Journey program, even if one doesn't ride and just wants to learn, there is a recognition program. Saddle time, pleasure riding to include trail riding, field trial, arena, public demonstrations. The list is too large to put up here. We brought a lot of educational material, so please look into this because this program is just fantastic. Any competitions in the saddle, judged events to include competitive trail rides, endurance, eventing, horse shows, gymkhana, dressage, cowboy mounted shooting, archery. And educational time, continuing education to include clinics, equine seminars, webinars, books, DVDs. Applied education to include groundwork, judging, volunteer activities, speeches, demonstrations, agility, and/or trick training, examining for breed and barefoot trimming, etc. I'd like to thank you all for the opportunity to speak to you this morning, and especially thank you to FOSH.